Okay, class, so now that we've introduced to you what a graph is, what data is, how to label them, the different types, now I kind of want us to talk more and make our own graph as a class. So I want to ask, what are a couple of things that y'all want to do? So I want 6 of you. 6 just things we guys like to do in our spare time. Okay, so I want 6 hands. Let's see, ready and go. First 6. Okay, Cameron, give me 1. Sports, cool. Shelby, give me 1. Play LOL dolls, great. Casey, baking, okay. Sarah, go to the movies, okay. Chance, play at the park, great. And last one, my last 6, Grayson, what was one more thing you like to do? Swimming, okay, good. So now we have play dolls, play sports, bake, go to the movies, play at the park, and swimming. These are things you guys like to do in your pastime, right? Okay. How many of you like to play dolls? Raise your hand. Whole class, how many of you like to play dolls? All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 10, okay. How many of you like to play sports? And if you raise your hand for dolls, you can't raise your hand again. Okay, 5. And baking? 4. Go to the movie. How many of you like to go watch movies? I haven't raised your hand yet. 3. Play at the park? 3, okay. And then go swimming. So my last 5 would be my swimmers, right? I hope you like to swim because I put you down. Okay, so now we have the things you like to do. We know how many of you like to do each thing, and we know what these are. So how are we gonna put this together to present in an easier way to write? We've already discussed that. We'll do a bar graph. So if we have a bar graph and we have pastime activities, and I'm went ahead and labeled everything you guys just said: swim, dolls, sports, baking, movies, and park. How are we gonna represent those numbers here? We got the X labeled, so what are we gonna do with our Y? What's missing? Can we just draw random bars and say, all right, we're done? No, we have to label these in increments. That was our fancy word, increments. How are we gonna do it? We're gonna go by 2s, by 1s, by 5s, by 10s. So in our number, we said that 10 of you like to play dolls. That's the biggest number. 5 like to play sports, 5 like to swim, 4 baking, 3 movies, and 3 park. Really, we could just go by 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could even go higher if you want on here, but if your biggest number is 10, you don't want to have a whole bunch of extra on your graph. So let's go ahead and we'll each label just going by 1s. So we have 0, okay, so we all should have a graph. And it looks like this. Okay, and now what do we do? Can I just put, okay, so can I put swimming all the way up to the 10? No, because that swimmers was 5, so that means we have to go to the 5, draw, and come down. That's great. Okay, now how many did we say, look back at your notes, how many do we have for dolls? 10? Great, let's go to 10. And we can color that in, leave a blank if you want. Sports, we had 5, very good. Baking, we had 4. Go to the 4. Now, since we're getting started with this, I want y'all to use a ruler because I want it to be more precise. And then eventually it's okay if we kind of round about whenever we're drawing. We said the movies was 3 and playing at the park was 3. So if you get a question on a test, you have this set of data. We know that this was 5, 10, 5, 4, 3, and 3. And on your test, it tells you to pick the graph that represents the data you gave me. If you know that these two are the same number, but they're both 3s, but the bar graphs are not the same, do not pick that answer. You need to go and check, is this a 3? And is this a 3? And if they're not, that's not the right one. Everything has to match up in a bar graph. This will lead to your next assignment where you get to create your own bar graph or pie chart, you choose, with your own set of data. It's a poll you get to make up on your own. So this is something we're gonna practice more this week. Great job.